The question was asked, and this is not certainly going to be the last one. It was the first specific question that I heard. Seth was pretty direct about this, and I thought, well, I can't deny the boy. He was direct. So this is off of assignment number 4. Okay. And it is problem number 6. And so if you're someone who looks at a problem like this and doesn't know what to do, here we go. So the problem says that 1 is equal to a minus 3 over negative 27. So the first question is, and if you don't know what I mean, it's okay. I eventually want this question to make sense. Are there any stragglers? Do you know what I mean by that? One is not a straggler. And I get exactly where you're coming from. A straggler would be something like this.
Oh, no.
So do you see there's no plus or minus term that has to be removed from the situation, right? So that would be a straggler in this case. So if that 4 were there, we all agree we would subtract 4 from both sides.
Yes.
But because there's no straggler, then our strategy changes. Were you going to give some input, Joseph?
Yeah. You just like multiply by 27.
Yes. As long as you meant to say negative 27,
Yeah.
then you're going to be okay. So if there's no stragglers, then you have to go right in and start breaking up the variable chunk. And the variable chunk is this division fraction here. This is a big old mess, but it doesn't need to exist. Fractions do not need to get in our way. What we do in algebra is we simply say, well, if I see a fraction, guess what? I'm just going to unalive the fraction, like piece of cake, right? And that's what multiplication does, is multiplication bids fractions farewell. Remember, if you're killing a negative, you use a negative. Plus and minus is where you, of course, do the opposite. Times and divide, you use the exact number you're targeting. So these negative 27s are going to go bye-bye. And what's nice about this is that the a and the minus and the 3 are just going to fall to the surface. Everyone is now free to move about the cabin. But we wouldn't want to forget that we're also multiplying the other side by negative 27. What do we get on the left-hand side? Negative 27. So much of being good at algebra is just knowing what to do first. And that's the identification. Look for any stragglers, do plus or minus to eliminate stragglers, and then attack mode. And we were ready for attack mode right out of the gate in this problem because no stragglers. And at this point, you would, of course, add 3 to both sides. Right. So that was kind of the idea behind yesterday's lesson, is that one step just isn't going to be enough. So we're going to drop the a, drop the equals, and negative 27 plus 3 is what? All day. Okay. And remember, you're always welcome / encouraged to plug it back in and do the math and verify that the left and the right sides match. Does that make sense?
Yes, it's what confused me is that I see the fraction, then I get confused because it seems like it's a lot harder.
See fraction, kill fraction. We should get a poster that says that. Rowdy, I saw you first.
Make you in
Sheet number 4 and assignment number 3.
Yes. Number 4 on assignment number 3. It'd be great if, as you guys ask your questions here, so this is assignment 3, problem number 4. If you ask your questions, try to ask, like, am I going through all the different types? Yesterday's notes were built around one of each type. So this is definitely a different type. So we have negative 2 times the quantity of negative 9 plus a equals 56.
Oh, there's a backside to this one.
Yes, assignment 4 has a lot of problems, okay? So
I guess
yeah, anyways, assignment 3, problem number 4 is on the TV. Yesterday, when we learned how to do this, I presented to you 2 options. What's one of them? What's one thing I could do to go in and start solving? Yes, it's called distributive property, distribution. You could say something like, let's distribute the negative 2. And I'm going to do this method just because it always works. And something that always works is okay by me. So I'm taking negative 2 and I'm going to distribute it through. And remember, distribution is multiplication. So we're going to do those 2 red arrow multiplication problems. What's the first one equal? Nope. Yep. Positive 18. What will the second red arrow equal? Negative. So I'm going to put minus 2a equals 56. Again, it's all about the first step. And now that we got the first step, we realize, this is a 3-step equation. I still have 2 steps left to do. Rowdy, what would the next step be? It has to be only one thing here.
Plus 8 or minus 18.
Yes, he's the straggler. The straggler is the term that's on the same side as the variable, but separated by plus and minus. He's the one where you want to be thinking, get out, get that number out of here so we can go attack the chunk. The negative 2a is the variable chunk. So doing minus 18, we'll do on both sides of the equals, one time on each side of the equal sign.
38.
But before I worry about what that equals, I need you to do the housekeeping stuff. What do I bring down? Negative 2a equals, and good math, by the way, 38. Every time you do a step, you make a new problem. Do a step, make a new problem, right? That's what solving equations is all about. And this should be the last math problem to solve this big problem. What do we do to both sides? Divide both sides by negative 2, correct? And when you divide by negative 2, we're done. What's the answer going to be? It's not 19. It's negative 19. So I hope that makes some sense. Let's pick a new flavor. Jency, what you got? Number 8 on assignment 4? Sure. It's actually the same flavor, but I'm happy to do it because I see what you're asking about. So this is assignment 4, problem number 8. Here's what I know. Okay, that's a lie. Here's what I think I know. If I gave this problem as it is to 100 average ninth graders, I would get questions from probably 50, 60. However, and just watch the subtle difference. If I put this right here, I'm telling you right now from my experience, that number drops from 50 or 6 people wanting help down to like 15. And the reason is because negatives are scary, but if you put a 1 with a negative sign, it's less scary. Because when we see a negative, we're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But for some odd reason, when we see the actual number that goes with a negative, of course it's negative 1, then we remember, oh, I just do this like the last problem. Does that make sense? So let's work it out. So now that I've added my negative 1, I'm going to go ahead and do exactly what we did on the last problem. Rowdy's question, I'm going to distribute these two things. And like I've been saying for the last 2 weeks, if you struggle with basic skills, I'll help you in any way I can. But at some point, you need to come see me, and we need to get like maybe an app on your phone or find something for your Chromebook that can just cause you to do problems over and over again. I realize it's not how you want to spend your free time, but they do make the apps a little more engaging nowadays. And you can do them online on a computer or on a phone. But what we want to do is, like, if you're even thinking of saying -6 for the first answer, you're a good candidate for someone who needs some more practice, right? Because we got to be 100% fluent with our basics. What's -1 times -6? +6. So I'm going to put +6. And for the second red arrow, what's -1 times +n? -1n. So I'm just going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to put -n. If you like putting the 1, here, I'll put it 2. That's fine. Eventually you won't do it anymore. You'll stop, but if it helps, do it. And then I'm going to copy down the rest of the problem, which is an equal sign and a -10. So far, so good. But we're not out of the woods. We still have 2 steps to go. What's the next one? Subtract that +6 from both sides. This 6 is the straggler, right? Eliminate the loose term that's hanging off to the side. So we're going to go -6 and -6 like this. We're going to cancel those out. and I'm going to bring stuff down. I'm going to bring down the -1n. And again, you just can't escape. This cannot be a hesitation. It has to be an under like a half a second. What's -10 minus 6? -16.
What, you have to put
The one? Of course not. Like I never do. I just do it when I'm working with students. But no, I think it's a little creepy personally. But I think what happens with a lot of people is just having that number there makes it feel like we got something more to like hold on to. So no, don't put the 1 if you don't want to. And at this point, we have one thing left to do. What is it? Divide by -1. And like for Natalia, who doesn't like to put the 1, her answer might be different. She might say, can I just divide both sides by a negative? And the answer is, of course you can. Dividing by a negative is the same as dividing by a -1. Like it's all the same idea. At the end of the day, all we're trying to accomplish is this. I want that darn negative off the end. Mission accomplished. Bring down your n, bring down your equals. And what is -16 divided by -1? Positive all day long, 16. What's up, Kobe? Sure. So assignment 3, number 7. So you're going to kind of be the target of my questioning just because it's your question. So I'm going to talk more to you. What do you think is the first thing we have to do? Nope. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to draw a little curtain here, a little yellow curtain. And on the other side, I'm going to put a problem that to you is going to look very similar. And I really hope the next 30 seconds goes super well for the sake of the time we're going to spend together. Do you see the subtle difference between those two problems? So I'm not like trying to like be like silly, but think you see it, right? What is the 3 doing to the r on the equation on the right? What's he doing mathematically to the r in that problem? He's multiplying. So if the problem looks like this and the number I'm trying to kill is a multiply number, then Kobe, you would be spot on to say, let's divide both sides by 3. But see this 3 with the purple arrow pointing at it, he's not multiplying, he's a straggler. And I know he's a straggler because that, my man, is a minus sign. And minuses and pluses cause straggler terms to be like broken apart from each other. So because it's not attached by times, bless you, dividing isn't going to do me anything here. So I think in terms not of multiplying or dividing him away, but I've got to remove him by plus or minus. Do you see that? What kind of 3 is that? It is. Like we're not rookies here, right, Haas? Like we're not going to follow that. Minus belongs to the R. So to eliminate a positive 3, what do we do? It's a positive 3. How do you kill a positive 3? Minus, right? If you add 3 to an already positive 3, it gets worse. It becomes 6. You always want to do the opposite of what you're trying to get rid of. So I see a 3, I go -3. I hope that makes sense. Like for real. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross out those 3s, and then I'm going to bring some stuff down. You're going to take that entire green egg, and you're going to copy that thing down. So -r is coming all the way down. The equal sign is coming down. What's 4 minus 3? 1. Do you like it when I put the 1? Is that, I'm guessing you do. Should I put a 1 here? Would that be good for you? Let's do that. Let's you and I agree. And anyone else, let's make a pact. If I want to put the 1, I'm going to put the 1. Okay? And then you and I are going to go like this. We're going to go, okay, that -1 is now attached, kind of like this one was over here, right? You see how now they're like stuck together? How do we get it gone when they're stuck? We divide. And what are we going to divide by? That's not a 1.
Where are we at?
Right where this little purple arrow down here is. What number am I pointing at? It's not a 1. What number am I pointing at?
I would have said the same thing, -1 on there.
It's a -1. And listen, if no one in your life has ever told you this before, a -1 and a 1 have as much in common as an apple and
Orange.
a steel beam bridge built over the whatever. Like, I need to be clear. If no one has told you this yet, the adding of a negative is everything. And so that number is not a 1, that's a -1. And so when I divide, I don't want to divide by 1. I want to divide by exactly the number that I'm trying to kill, which is a -1. And take it from a guy who does this all day, every day for a really long time. The difference between negatives and positives will make it could be a 30% swing in your grade for a semester. Okay. I hope that made a lick of sense. Other questions?
So why do 90% of these that have big fractions have a -1 or a -1 and a -1? They all, number 2, number 3, and number 10 all have -1s on assignment 4.
The computer generates my math problems, and then I go back and I modify them somewhat to suit my own needs. So the computer has a literally limitless ability to randomly generate problems. So what I do is I ask it, I said, I want 24 problems. And then I go back and I change them. And I'm not as much paying attention to the numbers as I am to the format. So like in the first 4 problems, you'll see that there's one of each. There's a parenthesis problem, there's a straggler problem, there's a kill the fraction early problem, and there's a classic 2-step problem. So when I go back through, I'm not so much policing the numerical side of it. I let the computer do that. I'm just policing the structure of the problems.
Okay.
So the fact that -1 occurs means nothing to me.
I didn't,
It's a
I
coincidence.
didn't think it meant anything.
Do not put your papers away. This class has 3 minutes left in it. And I rest assured, tell you right now, if you're the first one to pack up, you will from this point be the last one to leave. I'm gonna police that, the backpack bandit thing. We're not wasting time. You have time right now to do another 2 problems before we go. I don't. You're gonna hold on to this. So
Sorry, I wasn't packing up. I was just checking to see if I did this when I guess. I'm just checking to make sure I did the formatting of it right. Because it doesn't make sense.
Oh, it's supposed to be. Oh,
Jesus. Jesus Christ. 6. Fuck my life. I've only done 3.
He did some of them.
He only did 1.
He did 2.
Oh yeah, he did 2. He did over 16.
I'm pretty sure he did 8 and
I had him do 6.
8 and 6. Yeah.
I had him do 6.
is this worksheet assignment board due on Tuesday then?
no, I'm gonna address this right at the end of
This
class.
one, sorry.
Yep, nope, you're fine. So everybody keep working. I do need to talk to you, but I'm gonna help you.
I don't think he has me. No, he. It's only the. And the doors are open. That's right. I would. So.
I have 1 minute and 51 seconds left. I need you not to shuffle papers. I need you not to put things away. I need you to sit and listen. Because we had problems with this in the past. Listen. This is on my recording, but I'm still recording. This is not homework. Everybody hear that? This is not homework. Where you are in the assignment is where I imagine you'll be when I see you 119 hours from now. It is Labor Day weekend. You have tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. I intend that when I see you on Tuesday, your worksheet will come right back out. It will be in the exact same state that it's in, and we will resume our work. Do you have any questions about that? And as I said earlier, I guess I'll repeat myself. If you're sitting here right now thinking, boy, I'm really bad at this, there are solutions, and there are a lot of them. There's flex coming up right after this. There's lunch today. There's after school today. And oh my goodness, there's Friday school tomorrow. So please advocate for yourself. But this is not homework. Are we clear?
Yes.
All right, then.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good, so I can tell that lady